Welcome to another Bob Folkratz Hunting Adventure, and special thanks to the Mule Deer Foundation for all the conservation efforts that they've done so we can continue to hunt the mule deer. This week we're going to Texas to hunt with my friend Chris Sharber. Chris, when he started his mule deer operation, he says he had to take out a lot of mule deer potential to try to let the bigger ones grow. My second time we went down, we was trying to go for that 200 inch, that magic 200 inch. I've taken a couple in that 199 and change, but never 200 inch. We couldn't find him, so I wound up taking another management mule deer. Scott, the following year, found that deer and was able to take that 200 inch mule deer, and he sent me pictures of him. He said, we found him. I had to send him back in congratulations because one fantastic mule deer. So my hat's off to Chris and Scott for having a fantastic place to hunt mule deer. I can't wait to go back and hunt with him one more time. So sit back and enjoy Bob Folkratz Hunting Adventure.
Victor Chevrolet, Bass Pro Shops, and Alamocitos Ranch present Bob Folkratz Hunting Adventures. Seven continents, 80 species, a 5-year quest in the making. High adventure, dangerous game. Real-world training tips. This is Bob Folkratz Hunting Adventures.
Alamocitos means little cottonwood. The Alamocitos division happens to be where Colonel Goodnight, Charles Goodnight, that is well known all over the state of Texas and the United States. This is where he brought all his cattle in the summertime. He brought 3,000 Angus cows over here. This is before we owned it, leased it from the Matador and brought all his cattle over here. This happened to be the heart right out of the 10 in Texas. It was one of the finest ranches in the state of Texas, had a lot of water. This ranch is part of the old XIT. And the XIT was 10 counties in Texas back in the 1800s. And it was one of the largest ranches in the United States, and all combined together. And the Lazar Ferris people from Chicago came and bought the XIT, and the Matadors, they called them the Matadors, and they ran this ranch. And in the 50s, in the 1950s, they decided to sell all this country and divide it up in divisions and sell all this property. And my dad came here. He'd heard of the ranches that the Matadors were trying to sell, the divisions. He heard about them in Midland, Texas, and they were drought out in Midland. But they knew that this country up in the Panhandle had a lot of grass on it, and it had gone through a really good year. So he came up here and he looked at several divisions. He looked at the Kinsabi down there on the river. His mom told him not to get any of that Canadian River country. He was in his 20s, I think at the time 26 years old, and he took heed to his mother. His mother was a rancher, Cowden family down in the Midland, West Texas area. And he looked at that ranch and he said, no, this isn't what I'm looking for. They came across the river to the south, and they brought him into the Alamocitos division. And he said, this is what we're looking for. And it just flourished in grass and rolling hills and a little bit of rough country. He wasn't looking for rough country, but it had a little in it. And then it was flat up on top. So basically there was 11,000 acres that was flat. And then there was about 30,000 acres that was rolling country with some mesquite, not much. And then there was about 20,000 acres that was a little rougher country, had some nice creeks running down through them. And the thing he liked so much on this ranch was the water. It had a lot of spring water. And it just appealed to him. In 1952, he bought this ranch. They told him that this ranch cost $5 more an acre than the rest of it. They were selling off this land at $25 an acre. So he bought this ranch at $30 an acre. He felt like that he could take that top country up there and turn it into farmland and pay for this ranch. and but we weren't farmers. We were ranchers. We owned roughly at the time, we owned a little over 450,000 acres in New Mexico and in Texas. We leased some and owned quite a bit. And he wanted to add this 64,000 acre ranch to his ranching empire. He put this together when he was just a youngster. And lo and behold, I ended up managing this operation when I was 26, 27 years old. And so I took over and managed this ranch along with the other ranch holdings. I improved all the fences. They were the old Matador fences, and they were 50, 60-year-old fences, and I improved the fences and did a lot of work to the water situation, dug these springs out, and I improved the ranch. And then along about 2011, I had a wild thought that, man, wouldn't it be nice to have a hunting operation on this place? And they were hunting around us, but they didn't have any kind of hunting operation. And I decided to put in a really nice first-class hunting operation. We've been home to a lot of people that have just thought this place was 5-star.
Hey, you guys brothers?
Never heard that one before.
Never heard that one.
Bob Folkrod's Hunting Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors: Vortex, Kinatrek, Kufaru.
As people who love the outdoors, we know what we stand for. We stand for fish, wildlife, and conserving the places they call home. We stand for the traditions we inherited and that we must pass on. We stand for great gear, fair prices, expert service, and memorable experiences. At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand together for you.
For everything Chevy, you need to visit Victor Chevrolet, the place where my family and I get our vehicles. With a large selection, dedicated employees, quick service, and amazing savings, I became the biggest fan of Victor Chevrolet. If you're looking for a reliable vehicle and service, look no further than my friends at Victor Chevrolet. 7200 Pittsford Victor Road, or victorchevrolet.com. Just check and see if there's room for the Cup.
Closed captioning has been provided by Swarovski Optic.
This lodge here, about 3,600 square feet. This was built in 2011, but in the last 4 years, we've added a skinning shed with a cooler and a freezer, a big skinning shed, a garage, open garage for our Rangers, and our high rack. We've got a high rack pickup out there that we drive from up top, and that's another thing. This ranch could be for sightseers, for people who just love to look at animals. Last year we finished just a really nice addition to this lodge. We've got 5 bedrooms for our hunters that got queen-size beds in them and nice showers, and just nice living quarters. And attached to that we have a sports room, kind of a man cave. And I don't want to, it's built for women too. I mean, we have women hunters. The sports room is just decked out with a pool table and ping pong table and a shuffleboard, a full bar, and a poker table. And then we've got a media room that is really nice where we can sit and watch hunting programs. And we got a hot tub out there for people who want to get in a hot tub in the cold winter. And off the deck to the north, we've got a trap shooting facility where we can shoot trap off the north end. And we do it at night. We can shoot them during the day, but we've got lights out there that we can shoot trap during the night. Pull! I'm glad I didn't bet you. Pull that bird. Oh yeah, give me a city. Oh God, man. Push this forward. There you go.
Transportation for all of Bob Folkrod's hunting adventures is provided by Victor Chevrolet. Check them out at victorchevrolet.com.
Our exotics program, our breeding's been going well in there. These animals have come from areas in South Texas, came into northern Texas, and we were worried about what was going to make it and what wasn't. But we're a dry cold up here. These exotics have problems. They can deal with wet and they can deal with cold, but they can't do a wet cold. That's hard. We don't get a wet cold up here. We're pretty dry. So it took us the first year to make sure he was going to make it. Then we started pumping the females in. They've been breeding great in there.
Which one is he? The one on the left? Just turn his head to the left. No, okay, I'm not on. The one straight at us, or the one in the backpack? Back right, the furthest one to the right. Walking toward us a little bit. Now he's the one on the left. Clear on the left. One that's out in the open on the left. Yep, yep. Okay, so he's the second one back. You got some grass in his mouth. Are you on him? You sure? Yep. One that just, okay. Second one from the right. On the left, right. You just turned around and looked. Okay, here we go. Yep, he's going to go down. Right there he is. Good deal. There's a zebra. Didn't know it was in Africa, did you? Huh? The old 300 short mag reached out and touched him. Guns unloaded. Everything's back to 200. All right. Zebra down. Pretty. God dang, they're pretty. Right up here at Bob's Knob. Chris and I was up here, gosh sakes, about 4 years ago. hunting mule deer. We called that Bob's Knob. I asked him, I says, this knob got a name? He goes, nope. I said, does now. We call it Bob's Knob. Chris is really he texted me a couple times telling me he was on Bob's Knob. This is the first zebra shot down here on your Texas place?
First zebra shot.
I'm telling you.
How does it feel like shooting a zebra in Texas?
Well, about like shooting one in Africa. They go down.
We needed to take this zebra. He was the only male, and we've got 2 mares, and they've got 2 babies on them, and they're fixing to have another set of babies. And we just didn't want to breed him back to those mares. We're getting another stud in here, and all these zebras are in here for aesthetic value. We're just everybody likes to see them, and we don't hunt them, but we needed to take this one out. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate letting me shoot him. We're gonna mount him up, put him in the lodge.
Yeah,
make a rug.
We're gonna make a rug out of it.
Appreciate it, my friend.
You bet.
Yep. Thanks for my hat too.
You gonna skin him or what?
I can. I got a knife. No, it was a good time, man. You think, you know, a high fence area, but boy, you can look, you can turn around and look as far as you can see. You can't see any fences in here, man. It's like the real Africa over here. Yep.
All right, let's load him up.
Get him loaded up, get him to the Skinner shed, which is something too all by itself.
Well,
you know?
we'll get him skinned.
Yeah.
We got a taxidermist that does that.
Yeah.
We got it all.
Is he any good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it all here.
His name is Bill, ain't it?
No, Jim, not Bill. Yeah, it's Bill. I forgot about Bill. Bill and Patch and Dogie and Scott and we got Greg as a newcomer, but we're gonna make him skin this son of a gun.
I think I ought to get over here so we all get a picture of this thing together.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is our crew. Scott Go Down right here, he's our general manager of our hunting operation. And then we got Patch Go Down, we got Bill Hess, we got Greg Jack. And these all these guys work hard here on the ranch to get these kind of animals, and we're gonna look for that big mule deer this afternoon.
Well,
we're trying to find Bob anywhere from 180 to 200-inch deer, and I think we can find him. Weather's kind of getting colder, and they're starting to get out, starting to rut a little bit. So what do you think? You think we ought to go do that?
Yep, I think we ought to probably go after them, see if we can get one. I got a few more shells left for coyotes in case we see a few of them.
Bob's killed every coyote on this ranch. He killed 3 today. We've shot at about 50, and he's the only one that can shoot them. How far was that one coyote?
465.
Yeah.
465 yards.
Yeah.
It's a legend right here.
It's got a good gun, that's all.
Yeah.
Need a good gun.
Yeah.
Good job, Bob.
All right.
Good job, Bob.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
You bet.
This segment has been brought to you by the Victor Chevrolet Deal of the Week. Check them out at victorchevrolet.com. Chevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Victor Chevrolet. Same place I get my trucks from, and you should too.
Together is about a little kitchen table and a little elbow grease. Together is about a shelf in the back of Dad's shop. Together is about family. And it's about all the memories that lie ahead. Start your adventure with the experience, selection, and wonder you can only find at Bass Pro Shops in Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
The history on the ranch as far as hunting, not an animal, there hadn't been 15 mule deer killed on this ranch until 2011. From 1952 to 2011, there wasn't 15 deer killed on this ranch. It's virgin country. It hadn't been hunted. And now we're genetically working to make it better. And we've probably taken, since 2011, we've probably taken 60 mule deer off this ranch. And it hadn't hurt it one bit. I mean, we go out and we see deer everywhere. The mule deer are running on about 40,000 acres. You won't believe where you see these mule deer. You'll see them on this rolling flat, or not flat, but rolling country that is open, no mesquite. They'll be right out there on that country. And having the river just to the north, we come within a quarter of a mile of the Canadian River. A lot of these deer stay on the river and come, and they, with our feeders and everything, they come to us.
That's Bill. Anybody got a copy? Anybody got a copy?
Got a radio in my hands. Are you calling it?
You can back me up a few feet if you can. I'm good.
It's not a physically hard hunt. You know, all my life and all my operations, we put on leg work, a lot of hoofing. This piece of ground is so big and vast that it's got an intricate series of road systems here to where you can cover a lot of this ranch and find deer to then pursue on foot instead of hunting them blind all day. We show hunters a high action hunt. Okay, we cover a lot of country. We see a lot of deer. It's a spot and stalk hunt on our mule deer. We do have tower stands for people that don't have the mobility. We can make that work. But the vehicles pretty much cover us on that. We can get a man to an area and get him a good opportunity to deer normally.
Yeah. He's starting to run now. I need to get set up on him right here. 160. Wait, he's at a bad angle right there. Wait. Wait till he stops. Ready? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. Boy, right in the middle of the day, right?
A little after 2 o'clock.
I guess.
Good shoot, Bob.
Man.
Good shoot.
Never give up, never give up.
Last afternoon and the best. best buck we've seen on the trip.
Exactly, yeah, beauteous.
Weapon-wise here, it's more open country. We lean more towards the longer shooting. But again, take into account we're hunting. We try and catch the peak of the rut. So if anybody knows anything about big mule deer in open country in the peak of the rut, you can get in and make it. You can make it happen. We can make a 100, 150, 200-yard shot happen. But everybody needs to be prepared to know where their gun is shooting 300 to 400 yards. We can generally always make it happen closer, but if you're going to come out here and put the time in, it's where you want to be.
All right. You down, big guy? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. End of a good last day hunt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Had a great time.
And we've looked at a bunch of them.
Good old buck. Look at the old Roman nose all beat up on it.
Yeah, he got a broken point here, one broken here. Got a big scar on the middle of his back where he's been battling, and things are just starting to happen. We got one on the other day, a couple days ago, that they were pushing pretty good, and yeah.
Yeah, Bob, great deer. Nice shot. I'm not surprised. Shot at, I think we shot at 3 coyotes today.
Yeah, yeah.
Hog yesterday, 2 other coyotes. You're 100%, everything from almost 500 yards into 250, so
Yeah.
not surprised with the shot.
225 he was, yeah, yeah. We had him right there close. We just, when we got messing, we bumped him and he got running off, but he stopped and turned around and gave me the shot, so. Yeah, nice mule deer. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
It's always a pleasure.
Good job, Bob.
Nice mule deer.
Good deer to take right there.
That is.
Good mature buck. Good one to take.
Yep.
For help with all of your hunt booking needs, contact J&M Safaris at jnmsafaris.com. After your successful hunt of a lifetime, contact Wes Good at CanadiStudio.com for the finest taxidermy in the business. Be sure to follow Bob and all his adventures at bobfolkrod.com/TV and facebook.com/bfolkrod. And don't forget to hit the like button.
You got anything you think should be added to that?
Look, get this on camera. A dogie sucks off hind tits. There's 6 tits on a cow, and the 2 tits in the back don't have any milk in them. And a dogie sucks off those 2 tits. You got to put that up.